Welcome to Vegas Live with Ninon. Thank you for tuning in and enjoy the show. Welcome back to Vegas Live with Ninon. Of course, you know who I am. I'm in Quirky Minds Media with James Kelly. This is our new studio, which is absolutely fabulous. I have Nellie Norris with me.
That's me.
Now, Nellie Norris is, I'm calling her an impersonator, but I don't know if that's the right word. Is that the, I've got it right this time.
Yes.
And the last time I didn't get it right. I told the guy who was a singer, and he said, I'm not a singer, I'm an actor. Okay. Can't always get them right, can you? Now, you do Perry, right?
Katy Perry.
You do
Yes,
Katy Perry.
Katy Perry.
Doesn't she look like Katy Perry? I mean, really? So what got you into all this apart from being a singer?
Okay, well, I was, still am a singer for many, many years, my whole life. And Katy Perry specifically, some family members really got me into it. My niece and her wife looked at me, and this is when Katy had Firework and California Girls and some of the really big hits from 2010 and 11. And,
Wow. So
yeah.
we're going back a little while.
A little bit, just a little bit. And they said, you look like Katy Perry, you should totally learn how to sing like her. Because I was a singer-dancer for Legends in Concert,
Yes.
which is the impersonator show, especially the big one here.
Yes.
And singer-dancer for them, I had been already for, I would say, 4 or 5 years at this point,
Yeah.
a singer-dancer.
In
and of
Vegas.
course, in Vegas, and lots of, I call them their satellite shows.
Okay,
Because they
everywhere.
have shows all over the country.
Yes.
So I was traveling with them doing singer-dancer right next to the Elvis or the Marilyn or whatever. And thinking all the time, gosh, who could I do that? You know, that'd be
Isn't
great.
that
I would love
cool?
to do that. Who could I? But at the time, there just wasn't a great fit quite yet.
Yes.
There's more to that story. But
I love the stories.
but so that, you know, my niece and her wife said, you look like Katy Perry, you should totally study her. And this is just when her movie came out in 2012 called Part of Me, which was
Okay, yes.
semi-documentary, semi-concert
Yes,
footage.
yeah, yeah.
So I watched it and I fell in love with her. And she's fabulous. She's colorful and she's fun, and her voice fit my voice, and I went, she's fabulous.
And
so
you
I
met
did.
her?
I have not met her. I'd love to meet her.
We've got to have the meeting.
I'd
now.
love to meet
You've got to
you.
meet her.
I'd love
Yeah.
to meet you.
Yes.
So I just started pursuing it, and you know, working with Legends in Concert. She's a very new star, and a lot of times they
In
go
that
for
time,
the
yeah,
much
older.
more established legends that have been legends for years and years and
Yes,
years.
yes.
So I'm very lucky. My husband is a photographer. So I said, I need pictures. So we did just from the neck up. We did
Yes.
the blue hair with the big hair
Yeah, the
heart
big
and
hair,
everything.
yes.
And so we just did like a top. And I sent that to one of the producers of Legends. And I said, hey, are you going to go this direction with such a new character? This is my summer project.
Yeah.
This was 2012. And or is this kind of new, you know,
Do we have to wait a while?
Right, exactly.
Now a couple of years,
Just,
I'll come along.
You know, I thought she'll either
Of
say,
course.
oh yeah, we're pursuing it, or no, it's a little bit too soon. And she didn't answer yes or no. She said, do you have video? And I went, oh, well,
Okay,
well
yes, of
no,
course
not
I
yet.
have, but I do now.
I will be. So I then created the costumes, and I usually make my own costumes. I'm a
Yes.
sewer as well, so I made them. I made the peppermint one with all the peppermints all over.
Yeah.
And
Because she's a character with all the different
oh,
things she does, I
absolutely.
think.
Colorful and fun,
you're-
and it's a whole
but you are
carnival.
the same sort of way anyway. You are. So,
I am.
So this wasn't really a hard character for you to get into,
No,
was it?
no, she wasn't. She not a huge stretch.
No,
Her
not a
voice
huge-
is a little bit higher than mine on a normal basis, so I did have
Okay.
to lower a couple keys.
Yeah.
But as far as her quirkiness and her colorfulness, I'm like, yay! So I very much identify with that. So I booked myself at several local festivals and
And to
carnivals,
get
things like
to
that.
get footage.
To get footage. So we got footage, and we filmed it, and we put it together, and we gave it to Legends. And then it sort of sat for like 3 months, and I went,
Oh, really?
didn't know, you know. And
Now,
there,
did you actually feel that you should call them, or did you just, were you
well,
good,
I
or
was
did you
continuing
wait?
to work for them anyway.
Yes.
I was still being a singer-dancer for all the other shows, so I was just like, you know, I'm not going to push it, but, you know, they know. And finally,
Do they know who I am?
Right,
Do they really
right,
know I'm here?
so-
Do they really know I'm in Vegas? Come on.
but they sent me to, where is it, Niagara Falls,
Okay.
as a singer-dancer in one of their shows for like, they do like lots of 2-week, 2-week stints.
Yeah.
So we were in Niagara Falls, and while I was there, the vice president wrote and said, "Okay, you're going to start in Atlantic City as Katy Perry this summer." And I went,
Oh, you must have been. You were so
I was
excited.
over the moon, over the moon.
God,
That
this
was-
is something you really want. And out of all the
Yes.
characters you've played, this was the one you really wanted to sort of do.
This was one. So
Okay.
along
There's
with the
more.
two top, but there's more. The two top characters are Katy Perry and Cyndi Lauper is who I
Okay.
really do. And I've been doing Cyndi since, just been in love with her since I was 15.
Oh,
I
okay.
have photographs of me.
Now, have
Cyndi
you
is-
ever thought of doing yourself?
Oh yes, well that's really who I've been up until this point. I really wasn't so much of an impersonator until about 10 years ago.
Okay.
So singer dancer all over the country. I sang in Branson, Missouri as a featured singer. I was the headliner at Harrah's. There was a show called Bareback in 2006.
Wow.
And it was a big country
you've
show.
done it all.
And I was the headliner of that show.
Yes.
Big country
Do you
singer.
prefer country? You sing a lot of country.
I do sing a lot of country.
Yeah.
That is the style that comes out of my body the most natural.
Well, how about coming out of your mouth?
Yes.
That'd be a good idea.
It comes out of my
It
mouth.
just comes out of
It
our
just
mouth.
does. Country
Yes.
comes out the most natural.
You find naturally that's where you gravitate to,
Yes.
and that's and you feel comfortable there.
Yes,
You
yes.
do.
And I have to watch it because there's sometimes where if I'm doing a different character that isn't country,
Yeah.
it'll slip in for like a phrase. Oh,
So
that's not
how-
them. So you just have to
How
pay
do you
attention.
feel of everything you've done in your career? Where are you now in your career? Are you where you want to be, or are you still pursuing different places, or where are you?
Can you answer both?
You can
Yes.
answer everything.
You can answer both.
There's an answer for me.
So yes, I am where I want to be in the fact that I love to pursue it all. I kind of fan out. So I'm
Well, you have the energy
I'm-
for sure. You have the looks. You have the body. She has what we call the package deal. You have everything.
Thank
you
you.
truly do, and you have the personality.
Thank you. Thank you.
And it looks like you don't do drugs and you don't
No.
do any of that stuff.
No,
Yes,
I
you-
just, oh my gosh, I don't have the time or the energy to
Well,
even
no, because a lot
understand
of the
what that
people,
would do.
you know, the book people don't like that because they don't know if they're going to turn up or not. So-
Right, exactly.
And that happens
can
a
be
lot in
the-
this town.
Mhm.
It happens that, you know, you book somebody and you don't know whether they're going to be there or not, or they come in late, or they say, I thought it was Thursday and it's Friday, and, you know, all those crazy things. So you've got to be kind of right on, you know. And I think a lot of the older singers, when we weren't so much into the drugs, I think we were more on time and doing more responsible, because now it seems to be such a cannon out there, it seems, you know. Is it?
I just want to, well, for me, I just want to stay focused. Like, it
That's
would
where
be too
you
much
are.
energy to even know what all that
That
world
stuff
would be.
was back then,
You've
yeah.
got to stay focused, especially because I do love the variety. I love the singing, the acting, the dancing, the impersonating. It takes a lot of study. And
But
a lot
also
of
it takes a lot
time.
of time. And do you
Lot of time,
do
lot of
you
details.
rehearse and put this together every day?
All the time.
See, you know, with younger, anybody out there, whoever's older, younger, whatever, indifferent, doesn't make any difference. You've got to study it. You've
Yes.
got to make sure you know where you're going. You've got to sort of be on it all the time. I know that I have to be on it all the time. I'm doing this or I'm doing that, or I'm research. People think sometimes I'm not working. I'm researching. I'm either watching or researching or finding out certain things that, you know, I need to know. Though I don't pre-interview any guests. I never pre-interview them because I like it off the cuff. But you know, you roughly can tell what somebody does. It's not that hard.
But your
you know.
experience shows.
But
See,
yeah.
that's all that experience
It's all
comes
that
into
experience,
play.
and then you know what to do, little things and jokes and things you can cut around corners. I don't know about the jokes, you know. We'll leave that alone.
I find it funny.
Well, yeah, I like to be funny. But so, what do you want to do right? Where do you want to go right now? Because we've been through this dilemma of this COVID and everything. So everybody is coming back, and I feel a lot of people like you have a tremendous choice out there of because they're just desperate for people to come on stage.
Right.
Am I right?
Yes. So, well, there's one job in the plan. So I am
Okay.
going to Alabama with Legends of Concert to do my Cyndi Lauper. I'm going for 6 weeks.
Oh, wonderful.
It's a wonderfully fabulous theater called OWA. It's down in Alabama,
Okay.
and it's very much on the west coast of Florida.
Oh, wonderful! Yes,
where
yeah, kind of, yeah,
connects.
kind of connects and meets
Yes.
there.
So that'll be a nice 6-week
Now, are you doing
run.
kind of a lead show there? Are you one of the leads? And,
Yes,
and
exactly.
how many
All the
days?
acts are considered
Yes,
leads.
all leads. And are you going to be performing just on the weekends or most days?
I believe it's a 4 to 5 day run they're starting.
Every week.
And I'll be doing my whole Cyndi Lauper act, which is like five songs, but I also get to host the whole show.
Oh
as
my
Cyndi.
goodness! See,
So
look at this.
really
That's
good fun.
amazing.
Isn't that fun?
Absolutely. Yeah.
So I get to introduce the other characters, and this one's kind of fun because it's an all-female Legends show.
Oh.
They're going with a divas show. So
Yeah.
I believe our characters are Cyndi Lauper, Whitney Houston, Madonna,
Do you do
and
Whitney Houston?
Celine Dion.
Do you do Whitney?
I do not do Whitney. There's a few characters I really haven't.
What do you do? What are all the
done.
characters you do?
Oh, okay. Let me see if I can do the list. So, Katy Perry, Cyndi Lauper, and then it really diversifies. Then we go Loretta Lynn,
Oh, Loretta.
yes, Minnie Pearl, Little
Minnie,
Reba
Minnie
McEntire,
Pearl.
Olive Oil, which is a cartoon character. I know that's funny. A little Cher, a little Madonna. I don't do her
No, no.
nearly to the level.
No. But you
So
bring
a lot
her
of
in a
a
little
lot
bit.
of them I do a little bit tongue in cheek. If
Yeah.
that makes sense. So Katie and Cyndi are the
So,
two top.
do you get requests when you go out there? I'm sure you do. They give one look at you and say, "Can you do this?" And no one can.
That's a lot of how several characters start. If you're in a variety show, say
Yes.
for Minnie Pearl, which you remember
Yeah.
Minnie Pearl. So
Don't you look at me and say, "I remember." How can I?
do you remember Minnie Pearl? I do.
I mean, come on.
Sometimes you do have to explain.
Yeah.
Hey, not
Explain.
everybody can know every character.
Yeah, but I'm old enough to know many.
Hey, the other day I was singing in a show as myself, and there was a seventh grader.
Oh, good. Okay.
And I was singing lots of songs from the 40s and 50s, and she was singing along to every one of them.
Oh, okay.
And
So
I
you
was
just cleaned the whole.
thrilled.
We just cleaned this whole old age thing out. We just
Yes,
we just
it
cleaned the
has
whole
nothing
thing.
to do with it. Age has nothing to
I'm
do
just
with it.
teasing anyway.
So, because Minnie
yeah.
Pearl's one of the most famous female, comedians of all time.
Absolutely.
So, but I was in a show that was doing a little bit of a tribute to the Grand Ole Opry, and
Yes,
the big
yes.
famous country stars. So people look at me and they go, "You, Nellie, you're going to learn how to do Minnie Pearl," and I go, "Oh, I am." And they go,
Okay,
"Yes."
here goes. Okay, here
and they
goes.
hand me videotapes and whatever, and they go, "Here, go study." And I'm, okay. That's how Madonna happened too, because I wouldn't have normally jumped into Madonna, but
Yeah.
another entertainer friend
Another
of mine.
entertain. Yeah.
They said, "We know your work ethic. We know you know how to study characters and get the nuances, and we think
Well,
that
you're
you could
very,
be."
you are very,
Madonna.
very committed to what you do. Now, you have a husband
I do.
and you have children.
I do not.
You
I
do not have children. Oh, is that a good thing for you?
Yes. Well, I have over 25 nieces and nephews.
Because so you and I, Nellie, you and
we've
I
got
are in the
lots of
same
children.
boat because I don't have any children. But then I ended up with 6 stepchildren,
Oh.
which I talked to one of them. Not, I don't talk to all of them because it's a bit complicated. But then I've got all my nephews and nieces.
Oh, and they're wonderful.
Talk about have children.
Oh, they're wonderful.
Yeah, they're lovely, but they're there. And I quite like that. Maybe you and I are being a little selfish or something. I
No,
don't
well,
know.
the fun thing is I've got family all over the country because it's such a big family. So when Legends or any other company sends
come and
me,
see you.
they come and see me, and I go, "Hey, I'm going to be in Alabama. How close are you? Hey, I'm going to be in New York State. Where are you?" So it's a wonderful opportunity for me to see all the family.
What's your
of
favorite
all
place
the
when you're asked
ages.
to go somewhere, you travel somewhere? Where do you like?
Ooh. My
Well-
2 favorites were Hawaii and Australia.
Hawaii.
I got sent to.
Really?
Hawaii was wonderful. I could
Where
go
did
back
you
there.
show in Hawaii?
I was at the it was the Rockahula show, which is in conjunction with Legends.
Yes.
So at the time I was doing Katy Perry,
Yeah.
and it was right there on Waikiki Beach.
Oh, fabulous.
I mean,
know.
right there
Yeah,
on
right,
Waikiki
yeah,
Beach.
which is beautiful. Waikiki Beach is
They
beautiful.
said you're going to have to go to Hawaii for 2.5 months. Is that all right? So I
Oh,
went,
doesn't know. Well, let me think
well,
about it. I really don't think I can go.
Okay. So
Australia.
Australia, I was so lucky because that happened 2019. So before.
Oh, really?
Before all this mess, so I got to do that. That was 2.5 weeks. That was Cyndi Lauper. That was my character there, and
Okay.
Australia, in Melbourne.
Yeah. Oh, how fabulous! So
Melbourne.
you got to see it all and everything.
Oh,
you like to travel,
absolutely.
obviously.
I do.
When
I
you
love
do
traveling.
travel, do you take your husband with you?
Most times, yes. A lot of
What does
times,
he
I
do?
will get there, get established, and he'll come visit for like 3/4 of it, and then he'll come back. So he's in everything. Gosh, a jack of lots of trades.
So he's not into the entertainment
Well,
business.
he is.
Oh.
He is a singer. He doesn't sing enough, but
Oh,
He
okay.
is a singer, but he is on the other end. So he's a videographer, and he makes videos for lots of shows where
So
he
can-
does the
yeah.
video work for what's
So
happening
he
behind
can make you great video.
Absolutely.
Oh,
I'm very
Katy
lucky.
Perry had a great video going there,
Very
right?
lucky for that.
Yes, very, very lucky. So everything. So how can anybody? When's your next engagement? Is it the one in Alabama?
Actually, my next engagement, I will be doing Madonna. That was one of the special requests.
Okay.
I will be going to North Carolina, Franklin, North Carolina, and we're doing
Awesome.
a fundraiser for the Shriners Hospital for Children.
Oh, how lovely!
So we're going to raise money for the Shriners in
Absolutely.
North Carolina.
That's
So that'll be
wonderful.
that's my very next thing, and then we'll be doing the Alabama.
Then the Alabama, and you'll be there for, as you said, 6 weeks.
6 weeks.
Weeks in
That'll be awesome.
Alabama. Well, you know, you've just got the whole thing together. Nellie is absolutely amazing. If you want to book her, how can everybody find you?
You can find me on Facebook. I have the music page of Facebook. It's called @Nellie's Page.
At Nellie's
At
page. What
Nellie's
other page do you want to be?
Or
can
you
only
can,
be at Nellie's
look me
page.
up. There's not too many Nellies, spelled with an I-E.
Yeah, no,
and,
Nellie Norris.
Last name is Norris, just like
Yeah.
Chuck.
Yeah,
No
Chuck
relation,
Norris, but
but you can remember it that way. So
you
look up
can,
Nellie Norris.
absolutely. Amazing guest. Thank you so much.
Thank you so
Enlightening
much
us
for having
into
me.
Katy Perry and all the different people that you sort of, you do and everything else. And also she does herself, which I think is amazing and absolutely wonderful. We'll be right back with our next guest. And of course, we're down here at Quirky Minds Media. Absolutely amazing. If ever you want to film something or you want to do your own talk show, you want to have something, you can come down to Quirky Minds Media and they'll set it all up for you. There it is, right here. They'll change the set a little bit, but
Right?
why not?
Versatility.
We'll be right back. Vegas Live with Ninon. Take care. If you enjoyed the last show we just did and all the other shows, don't forget to subscribe. Vegas Live with Ninon on YouTube. We've got plenty more coming up and our guests are amazing. So don't forget to subscribe. We'll be right back. Vegas Live with Ninon.